Agape Spiritual Center is all about self-love, and self-love begins with you. Self-love is the awareness and acceptance of your wholeness. The more aware and accepting you are of your wholeness, the more aware and accepting you can be of others and of life. This is something we're not taught. We're taught that love is conditional. No, love is not conditional. Martin Luther King described it as agape as the love of God operating through the human heart. Well, think about it. What is God? God is love. Contrary to what some people talk about, God does not judge. God could not judge, because to judge would not be loving. And God is pure love. And God is an essence. It is the universal intelligence. It is consciousness. It is awareness. And believe it or not, that's who you are. You are awareness individualized that has a body and has a mind. And don't fall into the loop where people say mind, body, soul, and the soul and the body and mind are equal. That's not true. The soul has the body and the mind. The soul is what controls it. And we teach practical tools that connect you to your soul and how to look at life and be the master of your life, instead of life, your body, your sensations, and your mind being the master of you. One of the very dominant things that we talk about and we teach is the power of meditation. Because when we meditate, we're quieting the mind. We're letting the body relax so that we can step into the role of the observer, the soul, the divine beingness that sees life through it, through the body, sees life through the emotion, sees life through the body temple that we all have. So with that, let's just take a moment. I would invite you to sit in a comfortable position, back straight. Put your hands and gently rest them on your lap. Eyes closed. All awareness to your breath. Deep, long breath in. Deep, longer breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to bring your focus to your heart center. That which feels, senses, and knows you. Now bring your awareness to your third eye, between your eyebrows in the center of your brain. I want to visualize the two of them connected, energetically connected. And I want you to ask this question. If there was one thing I could focus on that would shift and change my life, what would that one thing be? Would it be self-love? Would it be health? Would it be a career? Would it be abundance? Would it be relationships? Would it be a deeper connection to the infinite? Would it be forgiving something that happened in the past, either to you or you were the one that needs to be forgiven for doing? Listen to your heart just for a moment. What is that one thing? Is that one thing so important that you could easily come up with 20 benefits as to how it would benefit your life? All right, I want you to hold that in your mind, because we're going to explore that a little later today. So take a moment and thank your heart and thank your third eye for listening and giving you feedback. And in a state of gratitude, Start to bring yourself back to your body, to your mind, to this time and to this day with a sense of joyful expectation and gratitude. And when you're ready, begin to move your hands, your arms, whatever. Now open your eyes, put a smile on your face. So today, I want to talk about the transformative power of focused attention. One of the things I've been listening to are scientists talking about that if an individual were to spend 20 minutes a day, focusing on one thing every day, after a year, maybe a little longer, they would be in the top 5% of the people of the world in that particular area. I know that to be true in my own life. So I want to talk about that because today, in our fast-paced world, we often feel pulled in many directions, leaving us overwhelmed and exhausted. However, by intentionally focusing on one thing for 20 minutes a day, we can experience remarkable changes in our lives. Our brains are incredibly powerful, but they're not designed to multitask. Research has shown that when we try to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously, our efficiency decreases and our level of stress increases. Think about that. I've heard this over and over. Women are great multitaskers. Well, no, they just jump from one task to the other. They don't complete anything. Here's what I know. If you're multitasking, it means you're bouncing around, you don't complete anything. All of a sudden you're juggling from 1 to 2 to 3 to 20 to 30 tasks. Think about the stress. Your to-do list keeps getting what? Longer and longer and longer, bigger and bigger and bigger. And you get to a point where you're frustrated. You don't even know where to begin anymore. So multitasking is not the answer. But what if you could focus your mind? You see, in contrast, when we concentrate on a single task, we engage our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that is responsible for decision-making, problem solving, and creativity. This focused attention leads to a deeper cognitive processing and better retention of information. I find that I have broken my day up into specific patterns where for a minimum of 20 minutes, I'm focusing on one thing. And I noticed that supposedly at my age, I shouldn't have the ability to focus and and cognitively process the way I do. And yet I find I'm sharper than ever because I'm not scattered in my focus. And I have a great retention of information. In particular, information that is relevant to me. Information that's not relevant to me, that comes and goes. It's not important. And I think you would say the same thing for yourself. So let's look at this idea of the power of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. When we consistently focus on a particular activity, we strengthen the neural pathways associated with it, making it easier and more natural over time. So if you're building a new habit, what you're doing is you're rewiring your brain. And in order to rewire your brain, you've got to keep a constant focus on what it is you're doing. And then those neural connectors, they begin to hardwire and it forms a natural pathway. That's why they say a habit on average can change every 21 days. You can create a new one or lose one in 21 days. Why? You're rewiring your brain. It's the power of neuroplasticity. This means that if we dedicate 20 minutes a day to learning a new skill, developing a habit, or exploring a new idea, we can rewire our brain, enhancing our abilities and creating positive change. So the power to change is in you. It's all about the power of where are you focusing, how often are you focusing there, and how long are you focusing in there. Let's look at the idea of a flow state. that with respect to 20 minutes. When we dedicate time to focus on a simple task, we have the opportunity to enter into a state of flow. Flow is a mental state where we're fully immersed in an activity, experiencing heightened focus and enjoyment. It's like the zone. An athlete gets in the zone. Or let's say you're a gamer, you get into the zone. Let's say whatever the task is, you get into the flow. It's uninterrupted. So one of the things that I taught when I talk to people about getting a specific focus, it's about getting a specific focus on something you love, something that juices you, you know it's going to make a huge change in your life. You see, in the state of flow, we're more productive, creative, and we're more satisfied. By regularly engaging in focused sessions, we increase our chances of experiencing flow, leading to a greater fulfillment and success in our pursuits. I tend to want to be bouncing from topic to topic. But I can tell you, like yesterday, when I was putting this talk together, I got into the flow. And I put in about 35 minutes where I was not interrupted. I didn't look at any other thing but this. And this is where the talk came from. It flowed. I was in the zone. I dedicated time. It was on my calendar to put this talk together. See the benefits of 20 minutes of focused attention. Number one is enhanced productivity. Spending 20 minutes on a specific topic can significantly boost our productivity. By eliminating distractions and concentrating on one activity, we accomplish more in less time. Most of the time we're so distracted that it takes 2, 3, 4 times as long. That's why when I get real busy, I meditate more. When I meditate more, I'm able to concentrate more. I'm not as distracted. 20 minutes will get me an hour of productivity. The other benefit of focused attention is personal growth and learning. When we dedicate 20 minutes a day to a chosen goal over time, these small, consistent efforts accumulate into substantial progress. When we invest in our personal growth, we expand our knowledge and skills, leading to a more enriched and fulfilling life. It goes along with the Japanese concept of Kaizen. One little improvement each and every day, at the end of the year, you've transformed your life. I promise you, if you would spend, let's say, 11 minutes a day doing Wim Hof breathing, and you can find Wim Hof breathing technique right there on YouTube. If you did 10 minutes, 11 minutes of breathing every day for a year, your whole body would change. You would be oxygenating your body at a level you're currently not doing. It would also bring a sense of calmness to you. You would be building a discipline which would take over control. Your mind would not be able to distract you as much because you know, for me, when I first wake up, sit down, it's about 5:30 in the morning with my wife. We sit down, the first thing we do is Wim Hof. We do 11 minutes of breathing together, and then from there we go into meditation. That's every day. And that's what makes the difference. The benefits of 20 minutes of focused attention, it's also a huge benefit with stress reduction. By setting aside 20 minutes for focused attention, we create a space for mindfulness, meditation, which can calm our minds, reduce our stress, and improve our overall well-being. Think about that. If you built a practice of 20 minutes of meditating just once a day, you will relax. That state of relaxation reduces stress. When you reduce stress, your body naturally heals. And what do you experience? Well-being. Another benefit is improved mental clarity. When you focus on a single task, we allow our minds to process information more effectively. This enhances our mental clarity, problem-solving abilities, and decision-making skills. Because I do the focusing each and every day, I feel I'm sharper than ever. I've just did 4 weeks of hypnotherapy training. I've got a few more weeks to go before I'm certified. I'll do that at the end of October. But I found in the class, I was with much younger people. I was every bit as focused. I retained information as well as anyone there. I could see the differences in my abilities because learning new things is difficult for a lot of people as they age. I had no trouble learning what I was learning. That's because I practice focus attention every day. Another benefit, it strengthened discipline and habits. Habits run our lives, whether you realize it or not. Your habits, consciously or unconsciously chosen, are controlling your experience. When we commit to 20 minutes of focused attention daily, that requires discipline and consistency. By cultivating this habit, you strengthen your ability to commit to other positive behaviors. This practice becomes the foundation for building discipline in all areas of your life, empowering you to achieve your goals and create lasting change. When you consciously build a habit and you commit to it and you do it, that discipline can now be used in others. So think about this. Let's just say you're building a habit that you're going to do 10 minutes of Wim Hof breathing every day and 10 minutes of meditation. There's your first 20 minutes. You start doing that every day and you build that habit, you start to see the benefit. The next thing you know, what if you decided to build a habit on, I'm going to focus 20 minutes a day on understanding self-love and building a life where I'm loving myself, accepting myself. Whoa, that's big. Then what if then you said 20 minutes a day, I'm going to study abundance. What does it mean to be abundant? How can I create a more abundant life? Right there, you're focusing on building health, well-being, connection with meditation and breathing. You're building self-love and you're building abundance, investing 1 hour of your day. The question I would ask, are you worthy of it? Are you worth an hour a day to achieve what those 3 items alone would give you? And you pick the item, okay? It's your choice as to where you put your focus. I would tell you, the first one I would always choose is self-love, because I truly believe, if you've been following me, that everything begins and ends with self-love. So how do we begin to live with focused intention? First of all, choose your focus. What one area would you like to begin in? And does that area, do you see it benefiting you? And does it juice you that if you were able to achieve what you want in that area, would you transform your life and would you feel a sense of fulfillment? Those are key questions. Once you've chosen it, when you're going to do it during the day. When is the time where you're going to create that habit? You have to pick that. And you put it on your calendar. Next, you make sure you're in a distraction-free environment. So other things, you turn your phone off. You get out of those apps on your computer if you're working on the computer. And you give complete focus to what you've chosen to work on. Use a timer if necessary. Time yourself so you know it's 20 minutes. If you go a few minutes more, that's okay. But make sure you commit to that 20 minutes. And then once you start doing, reflect and adjust. If you need to adjust something, maybe the time, maybe the focus needs to change just a little bit, it's okay. You have the power to make that change. We're constantly readjusting where we put our attention. It's like a sailboat. It doesn't just sail in one direction. It goes across zigzags, that's the word I was looking for, back and forth, and it gets to the destination. That's why reflecting and adjusting are important. You see, by harnessing the power of neuroplasticity, entering the flow state, and reaping the numerous benefits of this practice, we can enhance our productivity, our personal growth, and our well-being. Remember, this is big. The key is consistency and intentionality. It is not about doing it 2 hours one day, skipping a week, and 2 hours another way. No. Choose a focus that resonates with you. Set aside time each day and create an environment conducive to concentration. With dedication and perseverance, you will witness the transformative effects of this simple yet powerful habit. In 1 year, you will be amazed at how your life has evolved into something you could never have imagined happening just with a simple investment of 20 minutes a day. Are you worth it? Are you worth the investment? Is it worth changing your life? The choice as to what you choose and when you begin always begins and ends with you. It's your life. It's your choice. This is a tool. If you want, you can use it. If not, again, everything begins and ends with you. I wish you the best. In fact, I don't even wish it. I know the best for you. If you enjoyed this conversation, I invite you to go to agapespiritualcenter.com. You'll find there sign up for a weekly newsletter. Sign up. You'll get my daily thought that I create that day. That could be a part of your process of change. Also, you'll get a weekly newsletter of all the ways you can plug into Agape. And realize that everything is in circulation. So if you receive something from this talk, click on the Giving tab. Make a donation so that we can bring this word to other people so that they can become empowered and create the life of their dreams. Realize this, you're a part of a movement of consciousness to change the world through focused attention. And the power is in you and me and everyone else. And it's a lot more fun when we do it together. Until next